Angela? Haven't seen me in a while. Yeah, I haven't posted or went live in a while. So I figured while I drive 30 minutes to a bank and then 30 minutes back, we'd all chill and chat and catch up and stuff. How's this? Can you hear me better now? My earbuds in? I have no idea. There's literally nothing rattling in my car. Sound is still there. Well, I don't know what we're talking about. There's literally nothing rattling in my car. It's fine now? Okay. I mean, it could be the phone holder that you guys are in. This thing is not, it's been through some stuff. The one that generally sits the live stream phone was taken down because I hadn't live streamed in a while. So I decided not to put it back up for now and just go through the one that I use regularly. So how's everyone been? How's life? Tired but good. Yeah, that's how I've been lately too. Trying to tell myself to get up and work at like super early, but it's not easy to do that. Hey Luke, what's happening? Been a minute. Yeah, I've been in other lives, but haven't gone live myself. So I figured while I drive about 30 minutes to my bank and then 30 minutes back home, I could hop on live and say what's up to everyone. So for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure I'll probably repeat myself a few times as the day goes on, in this next hour if people join. But yesterday our water heater must have gotten a crack in it because we're leaking water and leaked quite a bit all over our basement, and it's got carpet, so not exactly ideal. Um, so there's that. And then on top of that, the guy who was there, he started to drain it for us and then said he'd be back tomorrow to switch it out. And, we were getting through a lot of it, and then all of a sudden our sump pump wasn't draining. And so we were really confused. And I figured out why. I went outside and realized our like hose that it was hooked up to like, make it so that the water doesn't come back to the house and create water damage to our foundation and stuff. It was like stuck, so I got it unstuck. However, by doing that, all it did was create super flow and pushed the hose off of the connection, so it started spewing out a bunch of water. So then we had to shut off the water to the sump pump and unplug the sump pump, um, because I don't know what causes it, but a bunch of our mainline water was going to the sump pump and going out the house, which I don't know why. I'm sure someone knows and would tell me, but it was a lot of water. Yeah, but it's my own fault for trying to fix it. I should have just left it because it wasn't going to overflow. The sump pump was trying to work, but since there was no or since it wasn't going anywhere, it wasn't like overflowing or anything from the looks of it. So it was like fine. But then after the sump pump had done its thing, I don't know why, but the main line water was filling up um in the sump pump. And then after uh I like unplugged the sump pump, it was like pushing to the outside. And I didn't realize it was mainline water until we shut off the main line. So I was like, so because like I was standing outside trying to fix it while water was coming out of it. And obviously, that didn't go well. But I also had a bucket at the bottom trying to catch the water so I could throw it into my yard to, not have it come into my house. And so that like was kind of working, but it was like spewing at such a constant rate that I basically had to do it every like few seconds. So I was like, well, this sucks until we finally figured out that it was the mainline water. So we shut that valve off, but we left our regular water on so we could use the bathroom and stuff. Um, as soon as we figured this out, though, I need to take a shower because I'm sure I was. Well, or wait, the sump pump isn't. Well, it's not like bathroom water, but it's still not clean water. So I guess I should still probably take a shower after we get everything fixed. So, and none of this is on video. No, no, unfortunately, it's not. Um, I'm sure it would be funny though if it was. Stuff like that sucks so badly. I just got an order, so I'll have to talk to you later. We're going with the dude. See you later, Angela. Thanks for chilling, talking for a little bit. It's not the dirtiest of water, but not clean water for sure. Yeah, because I forgot that some pump and bathroom water actually don't mix. That's why we're able to keep the water on because they're two different things. So it's trying to make you smile. It worked. I mean, I'm not in a bad mood. I was in a bad mood yesterday. Because our basement still isn't dry this morning. It's pretty much dry. I mean, we still have a decent amount of time before it gets kind of dangerous for it to still be damp, for mold purposes. But my lady and I swear we were down there at least for 2 to 3 hours trying to uh, wet vac the fucking basement out, and it's still not dry. We're almost there, like I said, because we did by the time we had to shut the hose off, like the hose that was draining the water pump or the water heater, most of the water was actually already out of the water heater, so that was good. So it didn't continuously keep leaking, and then eventually it did go dry. Uh, so we're not getting any more water into our carpet. So it's just whatever's left in the carpet. So we're using the like I guess it's like a shampoo vacuum more than anything, but we're using the heating element on that to try and heat the carpet off. So you're definitely taking it better than most would. Well, you know, mentally, I'm taking it well. Financially, though, I'm not taking it as well. But that's part of the having a home game, I guess, huh? The only bright sides that I have when it comes to stuff like this, though, like when stuff breaks down and stuff, is like, oh well, at least I know that I won't have to give a crap about it for a long time. You know, because like, yeah, you know, a couple grand. This is for also like today's install and yesterday as well. Um, Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a little bit more because now I have to have him look at the friggin' water thing or the hose or whatever to make sure that that's actually secure. Because the way the last homeowners had it secure was they had duct tape around it. Um, and so they didn't actually have it like locked in place because the pipe they had it to didn't actually have any grooves to like lock the little spout they put on there in place. So they literally just duct taped over it. So that wasn't very helpful. The home ownership dream. Yeah. Like I said, one things happen though. The bright side is the fact that you don't have to worry about it again for a while. Good thing there are good incentives on the range right now. I mean, they're okay incentives. I wouldn't call them good incentives. I haven't seen a good incentive in a while. I would consider a good incentive being $5 any trip. I'd even accept $4. I think $3 sometimes is a little bit of a slap in the face. And then a good like, oh, do this many trips incentives would be like complete 15 in a weekend and get like $90 or whatever. Sure, it's the same amount, but at the same time, it's like I feel like there's a lot of people who do this enough to where they could get 15 done in a weekend. Like hot water, AC, and fence go down in the same time frame. Yeah. Luckily for me, um, and I guess luckily and unluckily, I have electric heating, so I don't have to worry about a furnace. Um, I obviously just have to worry about how good our house is insulated because electric heating isn't the greatest. But I haven't noticed like a huge electric bill comparative to my last house, or like a full on bill for like electric, water, garbage. What else? I guess technically heat, but electric falls into that play. Um, so like it hasn't really been that annoying. How's it going this morning though, Heather? Hope you're doing well. 'Yeah, I really hope I don't have more stuff that comes out, but who knows? Feel like I start building a safety net, and then something else has got to come up, of course. 'Cause I'm actually going to get about roughly $1,800, I think, back from taxes. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty solid, if you ask me. Granted, I did pay. over 10 grand in taxes, I think. 1,800, $1,800 in Yeezys. Little did I realize, and I should have thought about it more, because it would have made sense. Um, but I didn't think about the fact that you have to pay for federal and state on two different websites. So I have 3,000 in the green on the federal side, but I owe the state $1,200 or something like that. So it's just kind of funny because I think I'll technically get hit with a late fee because I didn't pay the state at all. But so I'll have to remind myself to make an account with the state to pay state estimated tax. I don't know why I thought it was just one site for the entire estimated tax, but it is what it is. It's really not like that big of a uh, what you call it, a penalty if you guys don't decide to pay your estimated tax. Um, it's not great. I think the one year I made like 40 grand and I hadn't paid a single estimated tax. I think I was looking at about a $200 penalty or something like that. So it's not terrible. I still would try to pay some of it if you guys can, because that obviously makes it easier on yourself later. But technically, you don't have to. Grand Rapids, 6 miles away. Taxes ain't what? Taxes ain't no stinking taxes. You don't do taxes, is that you're saying? You say taxes, what are those, and spit on it? Yeah. Friggin' my shoes are all soaked. I should definitely just consider them ruined yesterday. Because, yeah, I got absolutely destroyed water wise with my shoes trying to fix the sump pump. So, luckily, I have a new pair, but I, oh my gosh, I'm so tired this morning. I not using the new shoes yet because I'm trying to wait until it's summertime and we have no more snow on the ground. So I'm using these like work boots. Um, they're not like full on boots, but water smells the worst when anything that gets soaked. Yeah, well, and with the fact that I forgot to put them like against a heater to try and dry them last night, and I woke up and realized that they were still wet and damp or whatever. I was like, yeah, had I had put them against the heater, I could have maybe saved them until at least summertime, but I totally forgot to because literally, like, I got like, because like when I went to fix it, because I was gonna try and readjust it, of course, all the water pressure came out and just smacked me in the face. So I got all over me. So I even was wearing my Mario hat and put that on the ground because I even had gotten that uh not soaked, but pretty decently wet. So it is what it is, I suppose. But a day for me, yeah, it happens though. Not much we can do about it. Hey, Coop, what's up? Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been in other people's lives here and there, lurking, sometimes chatting with everyone. But yeah, I haven't posted in a while, obviously. Crap, it's been almost a month now, I think. Um, I hope to be posting soon-ish. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but hopefully soonish. I have technically, I will admit this to everyone, because I plan on when the challenge is over, I plan on what was I trying to say? Uh, like showing um like a graph as the days go on, like what our estimated total was as the days went on. But I will admit our we are currently on pace for less than 80,000. Um, Half of that's due to laziness, uh, if that's what you want to call it. I just haven't been feeling it. I did make 1,100 in the past. Well, I didn't work yesterday. That was for a different reason, obviously. Um, but before that, made like $1,100 in 3 days, which is pretty solid. All right, buddy. You'll get to priority things. Yeah, it was kind of a mental health thing. I also have to figure out. Um, there's probably a FedEx here. I feel like shit. I don't actually know. Or wait, I don't need to get off you guys. Let's see. I always forget that sometimes Siri does know what you're talking about. Um, Sorry if that rattling was back. I forget that if I use maps, I connect back to the car's thing. Wonder if my huh. I've never actually used or yeah, what am I talking about? I've used it on phone calls before, which this is basically a phone call, but live stream. Um, but yeah, so we're in Rapids. Oh, reason why I need to find a FedEx is because um there was a package that got sent to us and it's the correct address, but the person doesn't live here. And we've lived here for almost a year and a half now, and we somehow sometimes still get um mail that was supposed to be for different people, and it's like, come on now, why do you do this? And then so I didn't realize it said FedEx on it, so I went to my post office, and they're like, oh, it's FedEx. They do have a place in our area, but I didn't go back out obviously yesterday because of the water heater. And then um I was going to before I came here to do that, but the place that like takes FedEx drop offs is not open until 9 or something. So and it's only 8 o'clock. So but basically I'm just making sure to arrive here when the bank opens and getting the I should turn off now you bot. Our Discord channel doesn't exist anymore. Um, and give this to FedEx and be like, hey, this person does not live here. Okay, so let's have a to the bank, to the bank, to the bank, bank. Oh my god, I don't have my card on me. They should still be able to look me up, right? Pretty sure. That's my license. That should be good enough. All right, guys. I will be right back. I got to get some moolah out of the bank, so I'll be RB. Put my earbuds away.
Wow, I'm so rich. So rich just to give it to someone else. Yay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Should I go to Walmart? I could just go to Walmart when I get home. Yeah, we'll just do that. I'll just drive home and then go to Walmart then. I could go to FedEx though. Problem is I have no idea where it is and I'm too lazy to look it up. Probably should do it. Whatever. I guess I'll drop this package off at 9 when the thing opens up. Too bad I won't get home by 9. I'll get home earlier than that. Oh, crossing this intersection seems ridiculously hard. Let me send you my Cash App. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I am now extra broke, Nieces, so. Being broke and then having to balance. Oh gosh, that was a voice crack. Being broke and then having to balance transfer. What in the fuck are you? Okay. Oh, that's fine. Having to balance transfer is a little obnoxious. Luckily, I have. Should I turn left there? We'll just go straight. I had a balance transfer on a credit card to pay for this. Luckily, though, it gave me two options. I could either have a ridiculously high exchange or interest rate, or the other option was pay it back in 14 months with no interest rate, but a 4% transfer fee. So I was like, okay, I'll do the transfer fee. Because I think the APR was like 10 to 15% or something stupid like that. Can't remember, I guess. I did do a little bit more than I needed. Should I take a left, a right, left, a triangle, square? I don't know. Okay. But yeah, so I did the 0% APR for 14 months, but a 4% transfer fee instead of doing, it was like 10 to 15% monthly for 15 months. I was like, yeah, I'll just take the transfer fee. I guess I'll just work harder to pay it off in 14 months. So, but yeah, I did a little bit more than I needed, just in case we need it for some unknown reason. But hopefully we don't need it. I used to be much better at no interest than life happened. Yeah, I mean, I used to be really, or just the first time the other day, I finally had no idea what the frick I was going to say there, I guess. I accidentally missed a payment on a credit card because it was a credit card I don't use very often, and forgot that I had used that credit card. It was my Amazon one, and I only ever used it if I happen to make Amazon purchases, which I don't do very often. So, friggin' was crazy though. They charged me it was like a $28 interest fee
heard that rattling my bed. Um, yeah, it was only like $250 of stuff, and I was like, "Damn, $28 transfer fee? That's crazy." Or, interest fee. And, but then, of course, they gave me, like, an $8 late fee or something, but it was pretty crazy. I was like, "Damn." So all those savings I got on my Prime card by using my Prime card went out the door 'cause, they charged me a late fee. But whatever. It is what it is, my fault. Should have paid attention. I'm so thankful for autopay. See, I have most things on autopay. The problem is I mean, I don't super run paycheck to paycheck, but on the off chance that I do, like, need that money in my account, um, I try not to leave everything on autopay, especially, my mortgage. My mortgage, I don't have on autopay, um, just because, yeah, for obvious reasons, I feel like. But did a delivery the other day, older couple, they handed me, an instant lottery scratcher off ticket for my tip. I said, "Thank you. What was this? I just scratched off yesterday. I won 10 bucks." Hell yeah. $10. Did I tell you guys about the one time that I went to drop off some Walmart groceries? It wasn't a whole bunch, it was only like a few to a Walmart employee. And they're like, "Hey, can you bring me to the gas station to get some smokes?" I'm like, "Sure, no problem." And so I brought them there, and I can't remember what they said. I think it was the fact that they didn't have an ATM inside or something. And they're like, "So here, take this." And it was a scratch off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And I hadn't even uh, thought about it for a while. I had given it to my lady, and then like I think a week or two later, we decided to scratch it off. Had 100 bucks on it. We're like, hell yeah, $100 tip. Let's go. It was funny. Yeah, it was a $10 scratch off. I think is what I was given. But yeah, so we scratched off, got 100 bucks. We're like, well, that's dinner, I guess. And so we had some dinner with it. It's pretty solid. So weird. Is the is the quality of the picture on your guys' side, is it better or is it not any noticeably different? Because this is my new phone that I'm currently live streaming on. My actual like new main phone that I'm using. Um, I figured I wasn't gonna get out the streaming phone for no reason when I could just live stream since I wasn't actually working. Well, it's so good. I can see your my booger hanging. You know me. Should I pick it for you guys live stream? Looks same to you? Okay. I kind of figured not much you can do about it when you know. The real test I guess would be inside. How bad the blurriness would be with the phone shaking in or on the like little latch thingy. Who knows? Am I right? Or am I right? I do always like to drive to other cities. The drives are always really peaceful. Seems good quality. What phone did we get in the market? I just grabbed whatever was on rollback at Walmart pretty much. So this is an iPhone 13. Got it for, I think after tax it was just under 275. It was like 267 or something, which is honestly is not horrible for an iPhone. Um, Granted, it's not the newest model. I think we're on what 16 or something ridiculous like that. But I thought about getting another 11, but they didn't have an 11. I don't think in the Walmart, or if they did, it was sold out, and it wasn't like that much cheaper. I think it was either an 11 or a 12 that was sold out, and then it was only like $50 more expensive to get the 13. So I was like, I'll just get the 13. And this one actually has 128 gigs of storage, I think, or something. Now, I'm not a big like phone game guy. Every once in a while, I'll play a phone game, but my last phone was, I think, 64 gigs or something. So by the time I finally swapped the phone out for, this one, granted, it had already been a problem for like a year or two, but like I had like no storage to like even update the phone. I don't think the old phone that I have, I don't think it's on the latest iOS update because the iOS updates just keep getting bigger. So it's crazy how much storage you need to hold a software update from Apple. It's kind of ridiculous to be honest. But that's just me. I did have trouble connecting a lot of my old stuff over from my old phone. I don't know what happened. I think it was the fact that I probably didn't have it going right away. That's kind of what screwed it up. So like it only uh converted my contacts, uh like it didn't convert any of my contacts that I had just recently created in the past like few years. I don't know if that's an iCloud thing or what that was, but it did not convert to all of my contacts, which is fine. It's really not that big a deal, but my contacts need me, they know where to find me. But yeah, so I got the 13 and then I have this phone case which it's not as bulky or as um strong as my other one. I had like a full on case. I'm pretty sure it was an OtterBox. This one isn't, but it's still pretty solid. Um it also has some interesting things on the back of it. It's got a like a sliding lens protector. So instead of having a lens like protector on your lens, it's literally just a cover when you're not using it. I'm like in between on whether or not I like it or not because obviously when you're working you need to have the lens protector off. But while you're working at the same time, if you don't cover your lens after you're done using it, you can like casually happen to touch your lens with your fingers and stuff. But luckily it latches in place on both sides when you're using it. So that's pretty solid. And then it has a um what you call it? It has like a pop socket built into it kind of, except it's not a pop socket, it's like a kickstand, um, which is pretty nice, but at the same time it like doesn't uh fit perfectly in my like phone holder. So there's that. I just ordered my first set of earpods, never heard wait, what? Never had anything that didn't have a cord. Well, I can tell you right now, I doubt you ordered the Apple AirPods because they're pretty expensive, but I'm actually very surprised at how far the AirPods have come because I just recently, um, it's probably a couple months ago now at this point, but I recently upgraded them because my earbuds were basically shot. My left one literally was not working. I mean, it was working, but it was very staticky in the left ear, so I wasn't using it. And then the one on the right was working, but even that one I think was starting to go staticky. So I decided to look at what the best earbuds were basically, and saw that I heard that AirPods were like up there and being the best, and I was like, "What? That doesn't make any sense." And got them like the same exact AirPods because I had the AirPods Pro previously. Got the AirPods Pro again and realized that they had done so much stuff since I had last bought the Pros. And the last time I bought the Pro in COVID times. So it was probably close to 5 years that I had those earbuds. Um, but the amount of uh, noise cancellation, that's the word, noise cancellation, and also other stuff that they put, like, granted, I haven't used most of the other features that they put on here, but they have, the noise cancellation has come an insane long way because it was definitely not as quiet as it is currently. Um, and then, of course, they have some kind of cool, interesting features where if you're listening to something, but then you start talking to someone, it will like dull your volume in your earbuds. Um, so that's kind of cool. But Samsung something just got what my kiddos said to get. They're so expensive. Yeah, earbuds are expensive. Personally, I'd probably wear headsets, like wireless headsets for my phone if it didn't literally make me look like a douchebag while I was doing Walmart shops. Because, like, personally, I always think wearing headsets um, out in public, unless you're like in a skate park or something, kind of look weird. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of heard from other people that it just kind of looks weird. And I kind of just went into like, oh, yeah, for sure, you know, with everyone else and didn't actually think for myself. But hey, Alex, what's happening, my man? How are you this morning? How you been? DoorDash Platinum treating you nicely, or are you no longer Platinum? He doesn't do that nasty Platinum stuff anymore. Doing Walmart Spark today. It's slow and it's Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, problem is Monday through Thursday, especially since we're starting to warm up, uh, will be a little questionable on whether or not we're gonna have lots of orders or not. So there's that, unfortunately, but it happens. Just afraid of them falling out and losing them after paying so dang much. Well, they should, um, what you should call it. They should send you different size like earbud tips, Nieces. So if they don't fit nicely in your ears, you can always change them out. Or if you can't figure out how to change them out, you can have your kiddos change them out for you. But generally, with most earbuds, they send you a couple different size earbud tips. So they know not everyone's ears are the same size. No longer platinum. Okay. Only good in certain markets. Yeah, that's how it is for platinum, unfortunately. I've never been platinum. That's good to know. Yeah, so most do. Most do anyways. I guess I can't say anything for the earbuds you bought, but most do. Am I doing any good work today? Probably at some point. I'm currently driving back from Grand Rapids, which is about 30-ish minutes away from my house. I had to go to the bank and get a bunch of cash because we have a guy replacing our hot water tank, and then I have to have him look at the s- stupid spout on the outside where our uh, sump pump discharges because the freaking way the last homeowners had the water sump pump discharge, they literally just wrapped duct tape in it to have it being fed through a hose. So hopefully he has something that he could put on it uh, to actually secure duct tape or whatever kind of tape they had because it does not work very well. Because I tried to fix it with essentially the same thing using flex tape, but it clearly leaks a little bit if you do it that way. So hopefully he has a solution, which I'm sure he does. But this past Sunday, I sat for 3 hours and did not accept an order because not one of them had a tip on it. I don't mean to sound bougie, but without tips, orders don't pay enough. The only time I'll ever accept uh, orders without tips are a few things. One, if it's maxed out and it has less than mm, probably 12 items is my max, unless I'm really feeling it 15-ish. So that's $18 for an order. Um, if it's anything more than that, I would never accept a no tip because most of the time that order then is only to pay like, let's say it's like a 70 item order, it's only to pay like $30 and it's just not worth my time to do that. Um, so that if it's an $11 order that literally has like a couple items on it and it's literally going like a couple miles, then I'll do it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I guess if there's an incentive that makes it like 14, I'll probably take it too. Generally, if it's an incentive, it's probably like $3 extra, but those are the only times I'll ever accept no tip orders. It's not worth it without at least a small tip, yeah. Don't recommend it unless your market is really good. What do you mean? Platinum's great. 100 deliveries. I heard they're coming out with a new form of um, the tier system, aren't they? It's like really confusing when you first look at it, but then it kind of makes sense. You can basically have a low acceptance rating, but still be platinum. But you basically have to have like 100% everything else, like a 5-star rating too and stuff. Yeah, Penn State, my water tank, it didn't explode, so we're lucky there. No, nothing got to like the walls and stuff, so we're not gonna have like mold on the walls and stuff. But it started to leak, and so it started to go into our carpets and stuff. And it was really funny too, because yesterday my lady and I were thinking about going to the cities and hanging out in the cities. Good thing we didn't, because she said she was going to go to bed and went to the basement and realized our basement was soaked. So, yep. She did tell me literally just 5-10 minutes ago though that the guy was on his way though, so he should be there sometime soon. I think I'm only like 15 minutes away from home. Yeah, 15 minutes. Some of our highways are so bumpy here in Hibbing, it's crazy. Looks like I can only accept orders in my bubble, otherwise I get very unsafe very quickly. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm so glad that goodness that I live in an area where I don't really have to worry about where I drop off. There's a couple areas here that are like I wouldn't say not the greatest, but I wouldn't call them like I fear for my life when I walk into them kind of thing. Like even during the nighttime, I wouldn't even really say that I fear for my life. I'd feel uneasy, but I wouldn't feel like someone's gonna shank me or something. Lately, I've had every other order be late due to restaurant on time reduction or a cancel reduction. I'm fed up with DoorDash. It's funny. When I started up DoorDash again, I swear that my like earlier on time arrival has not changed at all. And I've done an extra like 500 DoorDash deliveries. It hasn't gone up and it hasn't gone down. I tried to ask DoorDash support about it once, and they were just like, you know, going off the script of like, oh, it's based off your last 100 or whatever. And it's like, but I literally haven't watched it go up or down the past 400 deliveries. You're trying to tell me that I just so happened to get a late arrival on my late arrivals. I don't believe that. Point system will screw the current platinum drivers. Well, I mean, that's true, but at the same time, it seems like it's actually rather easy to get platinum. The one thing that's going to screw platinum drivers a little bit is star ratings, though, because literally any customer can just hit you with a 1 star and it basically like I almost feel like you should just hit, "Oh, the order is not ready," even if it's ready, and hope that DoorDash doesn't realize um, that it is ready, so that you can't get a 1 star rating, because so many people just hit you with the 1 star for things that are out of your control that it's ridiculous. Charge you about the hot water tank. It's ridiculous what they charged us, which those out. I have tried. Blah, blah, blah. Not to go. You also need to know what you're doing. Yeah, I think mine. Granted, this was for showing up yesterday, showing up today, and then I think he has to change out some valves too or something. Um, but it was like I think he quoted 2150. Now I think, like I said, it's going to be slightly more than that because I have to have him look at the stupid freaking um the sump pump problem. So we'll have to see what's up with that. So, but that's why I pulled more than I thought I was going to, just because. Uh, Good thing I have a 15-day grace period on my mortgage because having this problem happen at the end of the month is not ideal. But my smart, yeah, I think at least in most areas, I think I have heard some people's ratings are still working correctly. But ever since the reset, they have not allowed any of our ratings to go down. So I've noticed that, which is funny because obviously, since I stay out a lot longer and I do a lot more orders than a lot of part timers, my my ratings have gone from like 0 to like 80% acceptance or something like that. So it's funny. That's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. My mom thought it was a lot too, but the plumber that I got or have is a pretty solid dude, and generally he gets like the good stuff. So it's a little more expensive, but generally it's a lot more durability. So I don't know. It's a double edged sword. Like I said, I think the plumber guy have. Well, granted, his apprentice came yesterday, and that's who's changing it out. Um, but the plumber dude saw us the first time, and he basically, because we also had him change a toilet out, and he's like, well, you can buy one from Lowe's if you want, or you can have me do it, but just so you know, the ones that I get are pretty expensive, but they are very durable and stuff. I'm like, okay, and so we just went with his. So I'm assuming he basically, whenever he changes stuff out, he basically buys like the cream of the crop, pretty much. Which, yeah, sucks for the wallet, but is nice for you know years down the road, right? March will be 1 year for Spark Protein. My 1,000 trip also flush that hot water heater 2 times a year. Will last you a long time. What do you mean flush it? How do you flush a hot water tank? Wish mine was broken. It's 26%. That's not a terrible price to see twice or more of that down here. Damn, that's crazy, Luke. Don't, but you live in a state that is, or you live, Luke, in an area where pricing for shit is like expensive as crap, isn't it? Spark, I've done for probably at least 2 years now. Yeah, but full time, I've been doing it a year in 3-4, the Twin Cities. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's gonna be like double, triple the price of Duluth, Hibbing area. I do all my own repairs. That's a lot of money. Well, you gotta remind yourself that if you're not doing your own repairs, labor for most contractors are easily $100 plus an hour. So, I mean, drain spot on the bottom, you hook a hose to it, you drain the tank filled with water, drain the tank filled with water, then flush a little sediment over the bottom. You mean probably what? You mean probably English is hard. Probably what the uh, plumber guy did uh, to the tank currently, basically, essentially. He hooked up a garden hose to the tank and was draining the water into our sump pump. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Set off the water or the mainline water to the hot water tank, hook up that hose, and then drain it out. That's what you're saying. 2 times a year? Would you say 1 year during the summer, 1 year during the winter time? Or maybe once after the snow melts, once before the snow falls? Probably. It's probably better, I'm guessing. Yeah, I know nothing about handyman stuff, so okay, well, that's a red flag. Oh, well, boys, we made it back to Hibbing. Let's go. We did it. We did it. Hey. Who would have thought we could make it back to home base? I didn't think we were gonna make it. Oh, hopefully today is busy. Doubt it though. It's a Tuesday. Mm. With decent weather. And our snow isn't gone yet, but maybe I should wear my new shoes. I just don't want to. I don't know if I want to wear my new shoes because they're gonna get so friggin' ruined real quick. But I guess that's the joy of living in Minnesota, huh? Ask your try blah blah. Ask your guy to explain it to you. But yes, you'll fill the supply to the tank. You drain it. You turn the supply back on to fill it up with water, and then drain it again. And repeat this process. Yeah, that just seems like so much water to drain because our the tank that we have in the basement is huge. So you want us to fill it up fully 3 times and drain it? That's a lot of water waste, my man. Every 6 months is a rule of thumb. Okay. Yeah, typically Tuesdays are great. Yeah, not the greatest. And back to work, guys, already. Sound good, Coop. Thanks for chilling with me. I'm about to hop off anyways because I'm pulling to my house here. Folks are buying uh big meals from nice restaurants at lunch yesterday. Maybe tax returns. It's only 40 to 50 gallons likely. I mean, that's still a lot of water, no? To be doing it 3 times, filling that crap up and then draining that shit? I don't know. Is water not that expensive? My electric bill is generally the thing that's pretty crazy. I can't imagine how many gallons of water we went through uh, yesterday because I didn't realize that the water that was coming out of the freaking drain spout was the stupid mainline water. If I would have known that, it wouldn't have been a problem, but let's say in the long run, it's worth it. No, 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 no. Why would I want stuff to be worth it? I actually prefer having to replace my water tank in 5 years. Every 5 years, $2,100 comes out of my pocket. That'd be great. Okay, pulling into the house. Thanks for chatting with me, people, and saying hello and how's it going and stuff. Looks like the guy's already here, so that's cool. All right, y'all. Thanks. I don't know if I'll go live at all. Probably won't, but appreciate everyone chatting and hanging out with me. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.